Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to begin this lesson here by giving all praises, all honor and all glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rachakodash, and double honors goes to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations goes to the elect. And this is Brother Armor 1 from the Great Millstone Camp in Trinidad, coming back to do another lesson through the Holy Spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai. And I wanna do this lesson here. The name of this lesson is These Scriptures Ain't No Joke. Right? These scriptures ain't no joke. It's not no joke. You people thought it was a joke. You have to put into consideration that this book has been around for the longest, and yet still there is no outrunning it. It still outsells all the other books in the world. It's still the main book, #1 religious book selling. Right? It can't be no coincidence. For all these years, this book outside, it still have relevance. That can't be no coincidence. Can't be no coincidence. Right? All these years this book outside, and it holding all the weight still. That it's still holding. That can't be coincidental. Something have to be, some force has to be behind that book, right? A power. The scriptures ain't no joke. It's not no joke. You people you thought it was a joke. You thought, by you ignoring and ignoring and ignoring and ignoring, sometimes, the best thing to do is to face where you fear. Because sometimes your mind will just be to ignore where you fear, but it did, so face it. And that is what we did. We fear the Lord. So the main person to fear is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And we faced him. And he brought us, he showed that it is nothing to fear. Because he's not that kind of power to push that kind of fear, to make you so afraid that you don't want to come to him. He's not that power. But if you diss him, and if you're against him, oh yes, fear him. Fear him. Because once you're against him, fear him. That's the kind of power he is. You're against him, fear him. Yeah, he gonna show you people why to fear him. We understood when he called us why to fear him, because we know he's the power of destruction when he is ready. And we saw what he did unto us in putting us into this situation that we in on this Western Hemisphere here. There is somebody to fear, right?
So she over here talking about somebody teach me how to sell box.
Ella's video, Ella Barak, Ella Mwanga Ba Shalom, Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Kakwadash, Brakata. Yeah, so I'm now listening to that video there. And I got the inspiration through that video to do this video. That is why I say the scriptures ain't no joke. Because I reached like a good halfway in. Yeah, like halfway into this video. And that is why I said the scriptures ain't no joke. So let me read this precept here. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. It says, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to earn every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto woman. It shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, which she shake it over it. And this Egypt represents the United States. Uz, US, represents that place where Esau Edom dwells. Okay? Which that is not the main place. I mean, when I say Uz, I just, using satire. But I mean it in like that is the ancient land of Uz. The ancient land of Uz is where Esau used to dwell. But the irony is, you call your land US too. Get high too. It's the same song. Anyways, US usually anyways, but it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto woman. So what I'm saying is, this is because of, I asked the chat, I say, how serious is that snap EBT? How serious is it that snap or EBT might be cut? This is what the chat said. Chat said it is very serious that supplemental nutrition assistance program SNAP benefits might be cut. Here's a breakdown of why, what the risks are, and what it means for families and communities. New York Post as of yesterday, but then the Washington Post proposed GOP cuts could jeopardize SNAP users, farmers, and state since May the 13th. They've been planning this, right? So I say what's happening. The chat say what's happening. United States USDA has warned that if federal funding isn't approved, SNAP may not have sufficient funds to issue full benefits for November 2025. There are also proposed policy changes that would cut funding, expand work requirements, or shift more program costs to states. Expand work requirements. So you will be required to fucking get a job. But I just read, even if you do get a, right, so when they cut the SNAP, right, I'm gonna see who qualifies. I'm gonna ask who qualifies. Who? Good question. SNAP eligibility depends mainly on income, household size, expenses, and citizenship residency status. Here's a clear breakdown of who qualifies as of 2029. Basic eligibility requirements to qualify: have limited income. SNAP has 2 main income tests. Right. Type: gross income and net income. 130% of the federal poverty level. Your household's total income before deductions. Net income after allowable deductions like housing, childcare, and medical costs. Example: 2025 federal poverty levels approximate for a household of 3,000, a household of 3,130 a household of 3. For a household of 3, 130% of FPL equals $3,250 month gross income. Many households with elderly or disabled members are exempt from the gross income test. Only the net income test applies. Many have limited resource assets. Most households must have less than 2,750 in countable resources like cash or money in the bank. Right, households with an elderly, so they know your bank account too. Households an elderly or disabled member can have up to 4,250. Home, car, and personal belongings usually don't count toward this limit. You must be a U.S. citizen or a qualified non-citizen. Example: lawful permanent resident, green card holder, refugee, asylee, etc. Undocumented immigrants can't receive SNAP, but children born in the US can qualify even if their parents don't. Work requirements for some adults, blah 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 blah. Right? So let me get to the. So you know the whole long list, right? So we don't need to. Basically, people who living below poverty lines, right? Who can participate in a work training program for at least 80 hours per month or qualify for an exemption. Disability, pregnancy care. Yeah, if you have children too. So the government was, and let me tell you something, majority of the people on that is white people, Edomites, right? So they go and feel it. Why it matters so much? So going back to my initial question, it says, why it matters so much? Here are some of the major risks and consequences. Food and nutrition security. SNAP plays a key role in helping low-income households afford food. If benefits are reduced or eliminated, many will face increased food insecurity. For example, in countries with high food costs, the benefit reduction could mean the amount provided no longer covers even a modest cost of meal. And food prices rising in the States. It have videos with people complaining about how the prices getting ridiculous in the US, right? Community and economic impact. SNAP isn't just helping individuals, it stimulates local economies. Every dollar of SNAP benefits tends to generate more economic activity through grocery purchases, jobs, etc. Cuts would thus not only hurt individuals, but also local stores, farmers, and businesses that depend on SNAP-driven demand. Vulnerable populations. Children, older adults, people with disabilities, rural households. These groups are especially at risk. Some proposed changes would make it harder for families with children or older adults to remain eligible. Health consequences. Poor nutrition correlates with worse health outcomes, higher medical costs, and more strain on public health systems. See the ripple effect this could have? How serious is this moment? Given current developments, I'd rate the risk and seriousness as at high. Here's what makes this moment particularly urgent. The immediate potential funding gap for November means that benefits could be delayed or skipped altogether. That's a short-term risk with immediate impact. The long-term policy proposal suggests structural cuts, less funding, stricter rules that would reduce benefits for years to come. Food costs are already high in many places. Reducing support now means households have fewer resources when they need them the most. Oh my God. These scriptures ain't no joke. And the apostles and the men of the Lord, and in the US especially, and the bin out there warning you fucking woman, but and the was they, by who was they, by who was they? There was right there telling all you, hey, the man coming just now for all you. The boogeyman. The bin now they telling all you. These Isaiah 32 and verse 9. It says, rise up. I would like to get it in a different version too. It says, rise up, you women that are at ease. Right? Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Because when you look on the internet, the main people who complaining for this are the women. The men ain't complaining. You see them women? Women are them pissed. Okay, taking the money. But you know what these women were saying before? You know what these women were saying before? Like I was watching the Ella video. I remember this bitch when I now come into the truth, boy. I remember she, boy. The blonde hair, black devil. Hey, like as they shout on to the Ella, you know. Really black, yeah, look, she right, yeah, look, she, yeah. Yeah, if you want to, you know, watch out the full video, GMS Awakening 144. I'm a one gaba in Hebrew, right in there. I'm a one gaba. Right, boom. So I just take a little play from here. Let's play in this piece. Right. This bitch. I remember she by an old video. This is an old video from a long time. I remember this video.
I'm glad I found it, bro. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Look at the contrast. Look at the contrast. Look at what these bitches have been saying. And look at what they saying now. They singing a whole different song, bro. Look at that. You know what? I'm sure. That's why I'm gonna get that one preset, bro. I said I ain't gonna make this long. It ain't gonna be long. Ain't gonna be long and drawn out. It's gonna be quick, fast, straight to the point. This is time for y'all to laugh, bro. Brothers, it's time for y'all to laugh. And you sisters out there that are part of, you know, the hopeful elect, don't even feel embarrassed. That's their fucking judgment. Fuck these hoes, man. If you turn back, you know, it's good that you shame, you know, you got you shame-faced on behalf of these fucking pit bulls, but you do what you gotta do and look the other way. You know what I'm saying? Learn from your mistakes and keep on moving. Keep on pushing forward. Fuck these hoes. No, they about to get their shit. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I found this video.
She said no hesitation. Well, bitch, it been 10 years after or more. They're going to be very hella hesitant now to help your black blonde wig here and blood. Yo. That's why the apostles been telling you stay away from the nigga woman from inception. Fuck you, know. What she don't even know she's like. And what the most I will do, keep your ass alive. You should be making. I wish she jump on a video now. I wish she jump on say a video now. Say something on a video now. You say I should keep she ass alive for a good little while. Just experience. Don't kill she. Don't take she. You know. Plenty of the people dead now. From since that time to now. Through coke, through the crown, Vic and all them kind of thing. Plenty of them dead now. I hope she alive to experience this. Because as of November, sir, I call she a sir. She's a sir. That is a man. She probably not even out. That could be a male. Look at us. Holy.
Praise to y'all by some y'all shot. And this is the brothers page right here, GMS Amath Yo 144.
Yeah.
Go watch, subscribe, and be edified if you want to watch the whole thing. You know, and shalom to the brother. But you heard it.
I'm going back and finish read this precept here. Could have been and they just won. She echoed the sentiment of majority of these females, right? The vast majority of these females, that is how they was thinking towards Jake. And now Jake had the ball in the airport. And you know what? And you realize you have to do 2 and 1, 2. It says a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. America is finished. Okay? The place done. All of you who was getting sent back home, say thank God you was getting sent back home. Trump was doing all your favor. Because that piece of land, Zulia, they're not coming back for them. They done. Come there out. See what Trump say? He no open back no borders. Anybody trying to come in the country with drugs is gunshot. You know say that? This bloodshed, he killing. Bullet. And I remember them GI and them trained to take orders, and them don't really care. GI mean government issuing. These government issues. They are issued by the government. They is no longer their own, they are property. They're so under order and, you know, under listening to take orders and whatnot. It's so dread with them, right? Like, watch this. I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you a video. Watch this, sir. To go on an airplane. This man's right. Man literally walking like a robot by. Yes, that I believe is this. Let me see.
And touch the sound of silence, and in the naked light I saw 10,000 people leaving, people talking without speaking, people hearing.
You want some going to kick city? I'm sure much on that one. I mean, I know his orders to take, but the man wasn't even taking any corners like a human being. Like. Yeah, apparently. I can't get in that video, sorry. Yeah, I ain't getting it, but I ain't nothing. Let me continue to realize that, because yeah, what's going on, God? All of you going on to find a Jake. Mm-hmm. Find a righteous chick. So it says in verse 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Mm-mm-mm. We get the word vintage. It's a beautiful thing. Batazaya. Batazaya. Vintage. Vintage. We see the root word is to gather, to restrain, to fence, to fortify, making accessible, to enclose, to cut off. Hey, withholding. It go and feel. Go and come to where you used to hold, we used to gather in. Go and come to end. Go and feel, finish, be complete. Right? The gathering. What is the gathering? You're in gathering. The gathering of your food. Because you see, you was independent on the Lord. Like that female say, she was dependent on the government. Yeah, but the government just fail you one thing, yeah. No, you say 9 hours, so I started freaking. Right, so the word gathering come from the Hebrew asap, asapa, right? Gathering, collection, harvest. Your harvest. Collection of fruits. Oh my God, I tell you, the scriptures is no joke, right? The gathering shall not come. Let not go and come. The food ain't gonna come. Take what the scripture said. All the benefits here depending on the government for, it's not going to come. All the benefits are depending on the government for not going to happen. Nope, it's not going to happen. So the men of the Lord was always there telling you that, right? Just so you know. And it goes going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's not getting better. If you just are getting better, your life is worse. I get a different translation. You can have a different Bible. You know what the whole let's see a different script. Let's see what the Amplified Bible had to say. Isaiah chapter 32 in the AMP and verse 9 and 10. It says, "Rise up, ye women who are carefree, and hear my voice, you confident and unsuspecting daughters." Listen to what I'm saying. In little more than a year, oh, you will tremble with anxiety. In little more than a year, you will have it for a period of time. You will tremble with anxiety. You unsuspecting and complacent women, for the vintage has ended, the harvest will not come. Tremble, you women who are carefree. Tremble with fear, you complacent ones. Strip, undress, and wear sackcloth on your waist in grief. Beat your breasts in mourning for the beautiful fields, for the pleasant, for the fruitful vine. Come on. What we doing here? What we doing here? You people fucking done. You're done. You're done. Okay? You're done. It didn't have no let me see what next version say. Young's literal translation. 9, verse 9. Women, easy ones, rise, hear my voice, daughters, confident ones, give ear to my saying. Days and years ye are troubled, O confident ones, for consumed hath been harvest, the gathering cometh not. What? Tremble, ye women, ye easy ones, be troubled, ye confident ones, strip and make bare, and girdle on you, put a girdle on your loins. Come on, fuck I see. I like, so there's coming some versions, yeah? Sometimes some of the things doesn't make sense. It being read like a Edomite. Like a Edomite twist. But you know, no flavor in it. Who is this? YLT? Who's YLT? Young's literal version. Young's literal translation. Yeah. Young, who the fuck is Young? Are you sure Young is a Edomite? But anyways, point of the matter is, you damn people, you're done. You're finito. The Bible is no joke, boy. Shalom, hopefully you were edified. All you had to take, all you had to hold that. The apostles been telling all you, and they've been warning all you didn't listen. All you're talking shit. Okay. Alright. Alright. If that will you believe. Now you're going to have to hold that. Shalom to the like I can stay strong. Hopefully you will edified. Shalom.